Morning, everyone. Today I'm going to take all that freeze-dried stuff and make a meal out of it. So I'm going to start with some tri-tip. Now you can tell this tri-tip is hard as a rock. If I bend it, it actually breaks. So it's kind of an iffy thing. This is the first time I've tried the tri-tip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into a container. I'm going to pour some hot water on it. Then I'm going to put a fork on it and let it set for 10 minutes. Now I've already done that. See how the fork kind of just forces it down? So I've already done that part. But I wanted to show you what it looked like dry. So let's get that out of the way and let's start back with what we've got here. Now first off, if I bend this, you see now it bends like a regular steak. It's got that elasticity back into it, so it's not breaking like it did before. I'm going to grab a towel, just get some of the moisture off the outside of it. I could either grill this back up a little, add a little more heat to it, but I'm not going to today. Today, I'm just going to go straight for the meat, and we're going to see what it looks like when I cut into it here. Now, the first thing I notice, it's not as saturated as I would like for it to be. And also look what it did to the cross section. Even though it's bendable, it's flexible, the cross section doesn't look like a regular piece of meat. It looks a little different. But it tastes just like that. It tastes just like that tri-tip that I made on the grill the other day. I'm also going to be adding some corn and some other things that I had done the other day. Just to get the water out of them real quick, I am just going to run them through a strainer. I did the same thing to some hatch chilies and some carrots. Add a little pepper on it. I use a little pepper. I also use a little A1 on my steak, so just like if it was sitting at the counter, I'm going to eat it the way I would normally eat it. So this one had a bit of fat in the middle of it, so that's why that's separating right there. Again, it's a little non-hydrated. I would probably, still good though. That corn is really good. The hatch, I'm not a real fan of hatch chilies, but it does taste like a hatch chili. And luckily, and this is the surprise of the whole meal, luckily the carrot now tastes like a carrot. When you eat one of these and it hasn't been rehydrated, this is what a freeze-dried carrot looks like. But when you bite into it, it's like a cheese puff. So it's definitely got a different flavor. But now that I've hydrated it again for 10 minutes, it tastes like a carrot. So, good stuff. I would run the steak a little longer to rehydrate it. I may not even put the steak in hot water. I may put it in a Ziploc bag or a bag of some sort. I mean, it's still good, but I would probably put it in something. Even if I put it in a container like this and put something on it to sink it, because it'll float otherwise. If I put something on it, put it in the refrigerator overnight, then the next day it would have hydrated all the way. It's not bad now. I can just tell when I bite into it, the texture's a little different. But I'd sit here and eat this all day long, just like it is. completely hydrated, not completely hydrated. And I think that's just because of the water being sucked out of it. It doesn't change the flavor at all. But if you ever see some meat like that, you'll know the reason you see it is because they hydrated it after having it freeze-dried. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, everything tastes great. I'm just not a fan of Hatch chilies, but it tastes like a Hatch chili. Really happy about the carrots. And the rest of it's good stuff.